Delivery day.
Delivery day.
Delivery day.
Lacunza. Up a little bit. Okay. Opening up Lacunza Clasica wood cook stove. All right.
Exciting
Seems
day.
like it's packed pretty well. Let's see, will this just come off? Oh. It's in perfect shape. All right. And then here. There. Our Lacunza. That's just spectacular.
What a beauty.
All right. So our Lacunza Clasica has arrived. As you can see, I have unpacked it. We watched the video of me unpacking it just a little bit ago. And here it is, the Lacunza Clasica. It's out of Spain, and it is just a phenomenally beautiful stove. So it is a wood-burning stove, and it will be the stove that we will use at Grand Cuisine for many of the recipes that we're gonna do. So I'm just so excited about this stove. It is so amazingly cool. It is as beautiful in person as it is on camera. Just to give you a quick tour of the stove itself, it actually came completely wrapped, as you could see. It had a blue kind of sticky film on the top, and I've pulled that off. I still have a little bit of the residue of the glue that I have to get off of the top of it. It has two portholes, or two areas where you can put in the chimney, or the piping. So this is the piping that we're going to use, and it is a called a double wall piping. It's a 6-inch piping, and this will allow us to be within 8 inches of combustibles. So there are strict regulations for how close or how far apart you can be within your wall or near combustibles. So we chose to go with a double wall instead of a single wall, because you have to be much further away or have no combustibles near you. It's also, from my research, a little more dangerous to have the single wall. So the double wall is going to be much more compatible for what we need. So we've got a place that is here that we're going to open up, and then this will end up going on here. It'll go all the way to the ceiling. There's also one in the back, and I'd love to use the one in the back because it certainly would give you more surface area for the stove. But the problem is it does keep you further away because you still have to have that clearance to the wall. You're going to see in the film I'm rolling while I'm talking now that I have the heat shield that I've already installed on the wall itself. So this is a heat shield that has a 1-inch gap behind it. I actually got just a little kit that had ceramic spacers and really long screws, and I was able to put those in with the heat shield. Friend and I measured it out, and so we put the heat shield there. It is the length or the height of the stove, and then it is just the exact width of the stove, because we're not going to have anything on either side of the stove, so we have no combustibles there. So it makes it really, really easy. So let's just really quickly look at our Lacunza. I just can't tell you how beautiful this stove is. I can't wait to fire it up. In the door here, of course, we have a firebox, and it is brick. It is fire brick line. The firebox is fire brick line, and then it has a grate, so it allows the ashes to fall through. So you can load through the front. You also can load through the top. I'll show you that in just a second. And then this is our ash can here, or our ash tray, where the ashes fall. And it is, I've seen these in other stoves, it doesn't have a back to it. So the ashes fall, and then it's very easy just to dump out the ashes into your ash receptacle. So that's pretty, pretty easy to do. It has 2 air vents, inlets, that is here, that is the top air vent or inlet here, and then the bottom one. And of course, this is how you control the heat on the stove. They're very easy to turn off and on so that you open up to the exact amount that you need. And of course, we'll be working with that when we light up our stove and start working with the heat and the requirements for what we're going to cook and what we're going to need. And then the oven itself is it's fairly sizable. I was surprised. It has a rack, and then it has like a tray, and then this is the bottom. There's a box. There's a couple other things in here that the stove came with, an adapter. But the oven's fairly sizable. I was very happy with the size of the oven. And it's, once again, it's all super clean. This is actually stainless on the inside of the oven. And so it's got, look here at the insulation that goes around the oven itself. I mean, it's so well made. It has the thermometer right on the front of the oven. And then right here, I haven't taken the paper off of the guard here because I don't want to scratch it. But here is the exhaust where you control if the smoke goes from the firebox straight up through the chimney, or by opening it, you can actually have the smoke go down and around the oven and then up through the chimney. And that's how you actually control the fire itself, or control the heat of the oven itself. So it comes with a couple of tools. It comes with a lifter, and it also comes with an ash scraper. It even came with a pot holder. So, we're ready to go. We've got one black pot holder that Lacunza gave us. So you can see that, and I understand that this is actually really prized to have these little round rings where you can lift out the ones individually. So it's got a small ring, and of course this goes directly down into the firebox itself. and we can lift the small ring, we can lift the medium ring, or we can lift the large ring. And at that point, you can load firewood from the top directly into the oven. Here, I'll show you. I've got a piece here that I can just take and just literally drop it in just like that. So you can load firewood from the actual top and then just drag those, back over. Remember that they'll be at least, 500 plus degrees. So they're gonna be a little hot, but it makes it really easy to work with. So one other thing I want to show you guys really, really fast, because this was really helpful to me. When I got the oven, as you could see, I had a dolly, and we have the dolly underneath it right now. We are waiting for the oven, for the stove to actually be installed professionally, to have the pipe work actually done and the ceiling. We're going to do a video on that. We're going to show that because there's no one that really shows that, and I want you guys to see every part about it and see the Lacunza actually being installed. But we put it on a dolly so we can very easily move the stove, and it makes it really, really easy. We're going to get a black mat that goes underneath it that's fireproof to kind of protect our floor around it. And so we're gonna have it so it's we'll obviously take it off the dolly once we install it completely, but getting it in and then getting it into position, this is the way to do it. I think in the instructions they tell you to get four big guys to move the stove, and that already says maybe that's not the best idea. This works really good. So if you order a Lacunza and you do that, I really suggest you get a dolly. This is a 1,000-pound dolly. I think I got it for like $50 at one of the home project stores. So that's really, really helpful. So this is our first video with our Lacunza Clasica. It is the 30-inch, by the way. It is the number 5. You can get the number 5, or you can get a number 8, the 8 size, which is 40 inches. Ours is 30 inches. It was more than enough for us, but if you're using this as a primary cooking source and perhaps heating source, you might want the larger one. This is for our channel Grand Cuisine. This is for the hobby of cooking. We're not off-gridders. We're not looking to eliminate all of our electricity. This is something that's adding to our home and adding to our hobby and what we do. And I'm so excited you guys are going to come with us and be along with the journey. So please, if you like Grand Cuisine, subscribe to us. We're going to be putting out a lot more videos. We have some fun videos coming up. Subscribe to us, like us, tell your friends about it. If you're on other historical cooking channels, bring people over to us. The more the merrier. We don't want to take you away from any other channel, but we really would love to have you as part of ours too. So more videos on when we actually install our Lacunza, and we will see you then.